Hello everyone and welcome! Here is what we will need to make our mini keychain pouch. 3 rectangles of 15 by 12 centimeters. The first will be the outer fabric, the second is a fusible to make it stiffer, and finally the third will be the lining. We need a zipper of about 15 to 20 centimeters. It's always easier to insert a zipper that is slightly longer. We need bias, 1 piece of about 20 centimeters or 2 pieces of 10 centimeters. We need a little piece of ribbon and finally a small lobster claw clasps with a ring and a chain. Links are in the description box below. We start by placing the main fabric with the wrong side facing us, then we place the interfacing on top of it with the fusible side facing the fabric, of course. Now we are going to fuse it to the fabric with the iron, and when it's done we place the rectangle with the right side facing us and we grab the zipper. On the right side of the zipper I am going to mark the corners of the rectangle and report them on the other side of the teeth. I know that it can be scary. We are going to cut both ends of the zipper, we keep the head and we completely open the teeth of the zipper lengthwise, like so. Now, thanks to the marks, I'm going to place one side of the zipper on my fabric, right sides together, and we will do the same on the other side. Don't forget your marks. It is time to place the lining on top of the main fabric, right sides together, and to pin the layers in place together. Take your time, make sure everything is perfectly aligned. We are going to stitch at 8 mm from the edge on both sides of the rectangle. Make it as neat and precise as possible, the final aspect of your pouch depends on it. The distance between the fabric and the teeth of the zipper has to be the same all the way through and also on both sides. So let's do it! If you'd like, you can use the narrow presser foot of your sewing machine. As for me, I am keeping the all-purpose foot. This way I can align the side of the foot on top of the edge of the fabric and therefore be sure to sew at a steady distance from the edge and from the teeth of the zipper. Don't forget to make securing stitches at the beginning and the end, and if necessary, check that every layer is properly aligned with the others. You can use a pin to hold everything in place as it goes under the presser foot of the machine. After turning your work right sides out and after giving it a good and thorough press, we are going to top stitch at 1 or 2 mm from the folded edges, making sure to grab the outer fabric and the lining as well. This is why pressing is really important. The top thread should match the outer fabric's color and the bottom thread match the lining's color. Now it's time to insert the head of the zipper back on the teeth so we can close the pouch. I am using this very useful tool. I'll try and find a link for you to put in the description box below. I start with blocking the head upside down within the tool. Then I insert both sides of the zipper at the same time. Make sure that the right side of the zipper faces down as well, like the head. Then just pull gently but firmly. A little prayer always helps. It's possible to make the same thing between the teeth of the fork or without any tool at all. I just like this Wonder Zip very much. It saves me a lot of time. Voila! Now we're going to thread our ribbon through the ring, wrong sides together. We fold it in half and place it inside the pouch. I align the edges of a ribbon with the edges of the fabric, making sure the ribbon is aligned with the zipper. Now I cut the excess zipper and clip everything in place. Remember that the pouch is still wrong sides out, we haven't turned it right sides out, and if you haven't done it yet, remember to open the zipper so we can indeed turn it when we have stitched both sides at 8 millimeters from the edge. To do that, I align again the right side of my presser foot with the edge of my fabric. I make a securing stitch at the beginning and the end, and a few back and forth stitches on top of the zipper to really secure this spot. Don't go too fast there or you might break your needle. Also, don't forget to do the same on the other side. Voila, both ends are stitched. We can finish them off with a zigzag stitch to prevent fraying, or we can enclose them within a bias. Let's be crazy and do the bias thing. I cut my bias in half and I place the first piece on one edge. The folded side of the bias should be placed on top of the seam. Then I can open the bias and pin it. I do the same on the other side and then I stitch them both with the sewing machine. Voila, the excess bias is cut at about 8 to 10 millimeters from the edges and we can fold it on the back. Please have a closer look at the screen. On the zipper side, we are going to top stitch the bias at about 1 to 2 millimeters from the edge, making sure that the stitches grab the bias on both sides at the same time. It's not an easy task, be patient and don't feel disheartened. If you are unhappy with the result, take the stitches out and try again. Now for the edges that spike out a little bit, use a pin or the tip of your embroidery scissors to tuck them in. This bias will be hidden inside the pouch once we will turn it inside out, but that shouldn't prevent you to do a great job inserting it in any case. Voila, dear friends, now we only have to turn our work inside out, to press it with passion, and it is the end of this tutorial. Tell me in the comments what you think about it. Bye bye! À bientôt!